Hey, I want to share something with all of you today. I have posted recently, and some of you that have seen my posts may have seen this. Typically, I'm normally, I'm a happy person, and I post positive, upbeat, happy things most of the time. But some people know this about me, some people don't. But I do have some issues with a little bit of depression and anxiety. And it's an ongoing struggle. Most of the time I handle it really well. I have found different ways over the years to combat it. But I want to tell you something that I did this morning. I found myself, as I was sitting, getting ready to go work out and stuff, having a panic attack, a really, really bad one. For those of you who have panic attacks, you'll understand what I'm talking about. This was one of those debilitating ones, like the kind where your heart rate's out of control, where you're visibly shaking, where you feel like you can't breathe, and which for me leads to lots of tears too. And I couldn't shake it. Typically, I can find a way to kind of breathe through it or get rid of it, but for whatever reason, this one wasn't going away. I don't know what brought it on. Sometimes it's something specific that brings it on. Sometimes they just come out of nowhere, unfortunately. So this one wasn't going away, and so I prayed a little bit because I'm a prayerful person, and I remembered some techniques and some suggestions from a friend, from another coach who battles with this as well. And I put the two ideas together and was inspired to sit down and do this. So here's what I did, and I'm not going to show you exactly what was written on here because it's kind of private. So I took a piece of paper here. I wrote down 10 negative thoughts that were going through my head. These were like voices shouting negative things at me. And like I said, I won't go into what they were, but they were they weren't very nice. They were things that I would not want someone saying to me, yet in my head these things were being shouted at me. And I wrote them all down, and then I went back through them, each of the 10 things individually. After I read it, I said out loud, and this might sound crazy, but I'm telling you it worked for me. I said, no, this is not how it is. Whatever the negative thought was, no, it's not that way, it's this way. One example, that I can use was, you're weak. That was one of the negative thoughts, you're weak. And I said, no, I am not weak. I am a strong, determined person, and I can do this. And I went through each of the 10 things doing that. When I finished that, and actually wrote down the word no next to each one, when I finished, on the bottom half of the paper, I wrote down, I took 6 or 7, actually for me 7, of those kind of negative thoughts, because some of them were similar. And I changed them into something positive, into a positive statement. And then when I finished doing that, I went through and I read each one of those out loud. And I was in tears when I finished, but it helped so much. It calmed me down. The anxiety attack went away. I folded the paper in half so that all I could see was the positive quotes. I couldn't see the negative stuff anymore. And see, here, as you can see, it's folded. Here's my positive stuff. And then I set it on my desk where I work, and from my computer, so that I could see it, and so that if any of those negative thoughts started to creep back in, I could just refer to those positive things that I had written about myself to counteract the negative. And it worked great. So just something for you to try. I thought, why not give it a shot? And it helped me a lot today. And so I've been thinking about it, and I felt very inspired to share this with you. I really hope that this helps somebody else, and I hope you'll give it a try if you battle with this too. know that you're not alone out there. There's a lot of us who battle with this, and even though I seem really positive and upbeat most of the time, because I am, I really do try to be that kind of person. I have my battles and my struggles too, so you're not alone. I love you guys, seriously. I love people, I love helping, and I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope that you get something from this. Thank you for taking a few minutes to watch this. Have a fantastic day.